Welcome to U-Turn, the Dream Chasers, a space where we bring you stories of people who had the courage to pause, to listen to themselves, and to choose a different path. Because success is not always about staying where we are. Sometimes it's about having the courage to walk away from the comfort and move towards our inner calling. Today, we have with us someone who had everything that defines a perfect life: a strong career, years of experience, and a stable, successful journey in the software industry. But somewhere along the way, she chose to listen to something deeper, from a world driven by technology to a life rooted in mindfulness and balance. I am truly delighted to introduce Thushara Sidharthan, a techie who turned into a yoga instructor. Welcome, Thushara.
Thank you so much, Ranju, for this wonderful intro. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Tushara, you had well-settled career as a senior quality assurance engineer, right? With a
Yes.
stable and comfortable life. How did that phase feel you personally?
So, long story short, in 2004, I completed my MCA, and it took almost 1 year to find my first job. I had to struggle a bit. However, I find a job and I joined that organization. There were almost 30 freshers joined with me. So it was lots of fun. It was like again college like environment. After a couple of years, almost around 3 years, the organization was struggling a bit to find new projects to get the work. So my friends started leaving one by one. Then almost everybody left. Then I realized I'm not confident enough to give interviews and find new jobs. Then I asked my husband to refer in his company for getting an interview. Then I got an interview call. I attended the interview. As I expected, the interview was really bad. And I got a feedback from the organization. It's not me, my husband got the feedback from the organization about my interview. Again, that was really bad. But that was a turning point for me. I was really sad, but one day when I went to office, I met one of my colleague. He was also preparing for the interviews and learning new skills. So he advised me to learn one particular skill, and he handed over all the documents and study materials to me. After that, next 1 month, I put my 100% and studied well. Then again, I started giving interviews. From then to till now, I never stopped giving interviews. But what I learned from that experience is accept the rejection. That is one big learning. Then, after giving each interview, I started doing the self assessment where I need to improve. It's not just technical side, the way I answer and all the behavioral questions they asked. So that was a good learning for me. And it's been 14 years in Australia now. I have worked almost 20 organizations.
Oh, great to know that.
So I have attended many interviews and stuff. So this is, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Can you make it a little louder? I think,
Oh,
voice
it's,
people.
I, okay, I will speak more louder.
Okay. What was the turning point that made you seriously consider a career shift? Because you were doing very well in your technical field. Then what made this choice of yours?
As you know, it's more than 15 years I have been practicing yoga. From the day one, I fell in love with yoga. However, over past 5 years, I shifted into much deeper, um, much deeper level of learning, holistic practice, which includes understanding and learning the philosophy behind yoga, pranayamas, and practice meditations. I enjoyed a lot. Then 2 years ago, my practice evolved into an inner calling. to teach. Then I decided to take the certification, like teacher's training course. Then last year, I went to Mysore, one reputed training center in Mysore. I took TTC from there. From then, yeah, I started teaching yoga online and offline.
Okay. After spending years building expertise in this technical field like testing and automation, was it emotionally difficult to step away and start something new, like what you're doing now?
No, because as I already mentioned, I worked almost 20 organizations in Australia. So comfort zone was not my thing. I was always, even though in one organization I was very comfortable, still when I get a new opportunity, I will try that. I will give interview, and if I get an opportunity, I will shift my job. So comfort zone was not at all an issue. But when it comes to yoga, I practiced almost 15 years. So I have that learning, and it was my experience. So I wanted to I wanted to teach yoga from my experience. So it was not at all a problem for me. I and Because this is my passion and it's my inner calling. I aligned with my purpose, I feel.
Okay, I can understand that. But when these big decisions often come with external pressure, and did you face any resistance from your family or society?
See, in my 20 years of IT career, I have been very successful and I was earning really well. But in my life, I have reached a stage where the purpose is more important than just the financial security. However, I have a daughter and my mother is dependent on me financially. So there are certain family responsibilities I need to consider. That is for sure. So what I'm saying is I'm open. I don't have any hard rule. I will do only this or nothing like that. I'm open. And this is what I wanted to do now. I want to focus 100% here and I will see how this goes. And yeah, I like challenges in my life. I want to experiment. So I'm okay to change, as I already mentioned. So I will see how this goes.
Wait,
I don't know about tomorrow. I'm just enjoying today my
okay.
teaching.
You mentioned that you face lots of rejections in your life in at initial stage. When you settled down in Australia, you gave 20 plus interviews, you said. There, did you get any rejections or you were really successful? I know you have worked with lots of, big organizations in Australia. And how was that part?
See, 20 organization I worked. It's not 20 interviews. It's more than 20 interviews I gave. And there was a rejection as well. But the rejection rate was very less when after I came to Australia, because I was so confident when I give interview, and it was not my last resort. I was always stress free. It was kind of a discussion always. When you're stressed a lot, then you cannot put your 100%. That's what my learning. So I was always giving very it's like we both are discussing, right? So the same way I used to give interviews. So most of the time I used to get selected, but there are lots of other conditions as well. In Australia, this is very common that after interviews and everything, the company will say that they don't have enough budget to consider this role. So that happens many times. There was one situation, I joined one organization. From the first day they asked me, like, they cannot proceed with this project, they are stopping that project. So they asked me to leave that day. So that kind of situation, it happens. And one experience is like from one organization, my performance was really bad because I was very new to that technology, and I was taking lots of time to learn, and I was not able to finish my work on time, lots of things. And I got fired from that organization. I got like one fine day when I went to office. They asked me to just leave. So yes, that was initially. I mean, when it was, I mean, my second year in Australia. Yeah, so it was just 2 years. But after that, I learned from that experience, and after that, I never come across that kind of situation. I learn from the experience, and I always make sure that I am committed to my work. And if there is any issue, initially what I used to do is, if there is some challenges, I used to keep it in myself. I was not expressing, or I was not sharing with the team. Now I don't do that. Now I don't do anything just to impress others. I don't care much whether my manager is impressed with my work or not, but I will put my 100% and I will do the work. That's it. Whether, I mean, the team likes it or not, it doesn't matter much for me, but it's my satisfaction is more important. And I will put my 100%. They are paying money for my work, right? So I have to put my 100% commitment there. So I will do that.
Yeah, this would
So
be
there
a
are
really
lots of rejections. So from every rejection, there is a learning. So the main learning is, don't, when you identify that mistake, try to fix that and don't repeat it.
That's a great
Yeah, that's
insight
what.
for youngsters as well. And one more thing, youngsters today feel stuck between this job and passion. What should they opt for? Whether they should go for a good salary, paid job, or whether they should chase their passion. How would it be like? If you suggest something for them?
To be very honest, I mean, to be very honest, in my situations, I don't think I will have the courage to chase my passion those days. I mean, 20 years back, maybe because I am from a middle class family and I didn't had enough financial backup to trust. So I had to build everything by my own. So for that, I had to do something which gave me at least financial security. Then I chase my passion. So in everyone's case, it will not be like that. So it depends. That is my learning. This is, and for me, this is the perfect time for me to chase my passion. I have worked 20 years and I have settled well. Now I can, there is definitely there is some financial crisis because I left my job. So for that is there definitely, but the major part is done. So yeah, so I don't have any advice. It depends on each person. That's what I feel.
Okay.
What is from your inside, what you are feeling, listen to that than from the external world.
So you mean better to settle down financially and then go chase a passion?
I didn't
But
mean exactly that.
yeah,
That is my condition. I feel like I did right in my situation and my case. I'm not, no, I'm not one to give any advice. That was my experience and that was my condition. So I had to do that.
yeah. Okay. Your transition must have brought many lifestyle changes. Like earlier, you had, well, good salary and you could lead a luxurious life, all those things. And now it all turned, to some other phase of your life. How that yoga, especially Ashtanga practice, has it shaped your daily life in a different way?
Definitely, 100%. If I think about myself almost 15, 20 years back, how I was, I can't even identify that person. Uh, it's like too many changes in me. Um, so, what I would say is there are lots of lifestyle changes. Like when it comes to physical changes, um, it improved. I mean, the daily, not daily, almost very regularly. I practice my asana practice. I do. So that improved my flexibility and my strength, improved my focus, concentration, attention span, everything. But more than that, when it comes to emotional stability and mental stability. That is more than everything. How I handle every situations in my life, how stable I am emotionally, and more than that again, awareness. Do things with awareness. That is also, I will never say that I'm 80-90% there, but even 1% improvement in my daily life, that is a win for me. That has changed a lot in last 10-15 years. Yeah.
Great.
So from my end, it's a huge change, huge lifestyle change.
I have seen in Instagram and other videos of yours intense yoga sessions. 1 hour of intense yoga is enough for 1 hour cardio or gym workout. What do you feel about that?
You cannot compare yoga with gym or cardio. It's more than that. See, in gym and cardio, you are most only focusing about your physical fitness. But when it comes to yoga, it's in every asana we practice, there is a mind and body coordination. So you are learning to relax your body in every posture. And there are lots of other things you have to coordinate. For example, how you breathe. In each moment, how you have to breathe, whether inhalation or exhalation. Then more than that, what kind of breathing. So mostly we practice ujjayi breathing when you practice asanas. Then again, bandhas we do. In each posture, you have to do some kind of bandhas. Bandhas is like, I'm not going into those details, but there is lots of things you have to coordinate when you do one asana. So this will give you more mental stability and how you connect with your mind and the body. That you will learn. That is a big thing. You will never learn all these things from any gym or cardio exercise.
So mind body relaxation is happening in yoga mostly.
Of course.
Okay. You have trained, you had a intense training session in India, I believe, like you have trained in Ashtanga yoga alone or some other courses, or are you planning to go deeper in this field?
Definitely, if I get a chance, it's not if I get a chance, I'm looking forward to upgrade myself to more advanced level. Last TTC level was like that itself was very intense, 5 hours of intense asana practice with learning of anatomy class, and there was anatomy class, philosophy class, and pranayamas, lots. So it starts from 5 a.m. in the morning and it goes till 9 o'clock in the night. There was only lunch break and breakfast, lunch and dinner break. That's it. No gadgets, no nothing. So it was intense practice. In next level, it will be more like listening to your inner self and meditation and those kind of practice. So I would like to upgrade myself, definitely.
Okay, I have heard that lots of dropouts also happens at this institutes, Is it like that?
Yes, because everybody, when it's the first level, right? There are multiple levels, level till level 3. So in the level 1 itself, there people don't have much idea. They just want to teach yoga, so they come to the shala and they want to take the TTC. But it's so disciplined. Our class starts at 5 o'clock in the morning. So if you are just 1 minute late, you are not allowed in the class. And after, if you skipped 2 classes, then you are out of the shala. You cannot take that, you cannot continue with the course. So that is one thing. Second is, it's very intense practice. There is no break and there is no gadgets. So people don't like that kind of discipline, right? There's like, why you want my phone? I want to use my phone. But there are reasons why they are asking you to leave your gadgets. There are lots of reasons behind it. It's not that they don't want you to use mobile or anything. But so people are not able to adjust with this, so they leave. So yeah, that's the story.
Your classes feel quite intense and different from typical sessions. How would you describe your teaching style?
I don't know about my teaching style, but I have been practicing with one of my teacher since last 5 years, 4 to 5 years, Mitya. Many thanks to Midya. So I was very influenced by her class, 100%. So even in my class, there will be some influence from her. I think because I influence from her definitely. So, but I don't know whether how unique it is, how others teach. But I know my classes are very intense. I try to challenge my students as much as I can.
Yeah. Do you offer both online and offline classes? And do you have students from other countries as well?
So I once I finished my TTC, I started teaching two of my friends, Chitra and Samu. Then I had to build my confidence and I had to learn how to teach. After a month, then I started my own portal, and there are lots of people join. Now I have almost 12 students for online class. Mostly they are from US, and my friend Chitu helped me to get her friends to attend my yoga class. And now it's been 3 months, they all are sticking with my class. When it comes to in-person class, I'm still in the process of building that in-person class in Melbourne. I'm working on it.
Oh.
It's still in progress.
Actually, when it comes to yoga, it used to be associated more with older generation. I mean, elder people. How do you see the younger generation engaging with it today? Do you have any youngsters among your students? Are they really interested in doing yoga?
I do have. See, the thing is, when first they listen to, when they first hear about yoga, they were like, oh, yoga, no, it's not my thing. But I have seen, even in my shala, initially they came there just because they want to get some fitness certificate, kind of, they want to teach yoga along with their gym and stuff. But initially they were like not at all interested with anything. They question every single thing in the shala. But after 2 weeks, you will not believe, Ranju, but it was like they enjoy so much, so much. I have seen that. Even in one of my friend's daughter has joined my yoga class. Um, Initially, she was not at all interested, but now she realized her body can do so much. She never knew that. So when she identified those qualities in her, now she loves it.
Great to know that. Okay, for those considering yoga as a serious career path, what would what advice would you give, or what suggestions you can tell?
There are hell lots of options here. You can put lots of ideas and implement. And now you can do graduation, post graduation, and doctorate in yoga. So if you're very interested learning yoga, go for it. And there are lots of options in Australia itself. I can see from the daycare, childcare, kindergarten, all the school, primary school, everywhere there is a yoga teacher to teach yoga in, to the kids. So there are lots of opportunity. Go for it.
Okay, one last question. How can people reach out to you? It's through Insta or some other method, How is there any branding? Are you doing some, kind of
Yeah,
advertisement?
I have a website. I have Insta, and I post my reels in Insta, and I update about my classes, online classes and offline classes through Insta. And I have a website too. I call my um, brand as Nirvikalpayoga. Yeah, so I can provide my website address and Insta link as well.
In Nirvikalpa Yoga. That is what.
Nirvikalpayoga.
Yeah, great. Okay, so you please pass it to me so that I can share it with my viewers as well, so
Sure,
that they can reach out to you.
sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Sometimes, the biggest decisions in life don't make sense to the world, but they make complete sense to us. Thushara's journey is not just about changing a career, it's about having the courage to trust yourself, herself, even when the path is uncertain. Her story reminds us that it's never too late to learn, never too late to change, and never too late to choose differently. Because in the end, success is not just about what we achieve, but how deeply we connect with what we do. in her journey. If that has inspired you, make a moment to reflect on your own. And if you would like to experience her work, you can join her classes from anywhere from the world. The link is in the description box. I'll provide it. Thank you, Thushara, for taking the time to join us from Australia. It truly means a lot to me.
Thank you so much, Ranju. That was really wonderful. I really enjoyed talking to you.